Hi everybody. Today I'm going to read Fancy Nancy Sees the Stars. And the great thing about a Fancy Nancy book is she uses a lot of fancy words. So I'm going to go over the words that she's going to use so you guys know what it means when we get to them in the story. Okay, Nancy's fancy words. These are fancy words in the book. Okay, so I'm going to read these to you. That way we know what they are when we get to them. The first one is called alfresco, and alfresco means outside. Eating outside is called eating alfresco. The next one is brilliant, and brilliant means bright and shiny or very smart. The next fancy word is constellation. That is a group of stars that makes a picture. The next word is fascinating, and fascinating means very interesting. The next word is meteor. It is a piece of a comet that leaves a blazing streak as it travels across the sky. The next word is orbit, to circle around something. And last is planetarium. It's a museum about stars and planets. So let's watch out for those words as we read about Fancy Nancy seeing the stars. Okay, and this book is by Jane O'Connor. Stars are so fascinating. Oh, that's one of our words. That's a fancy word for interesting. I love how they sparkle in the sky. The sky has been real clear here lately, so we have been watching all the stars and the planets. We can see Jupiter pretty well. Tonight is our class trip. Yes, our class trip is at night. We are going to the planetarium. There's another word, planetarium. What was a planetarium? It's a museum about stars and planets. Mrs. Glass tells us the show starts at 8. We will all meet there. I smiled at my friend Robert. My parents are taking Robert and me. That's pretty cool. Have you ever had a field trip at night? Then Mrs. Glass asks, what star is closest to Earth? Class, do you know that? What star is closest to Earth? That's easy. It's the sun. What do you call stars that make pictures? Asked Mrs. Glass. Robert and Bree had both forgotten. I know, I say. It is a constellation. So remember, a constellation is stars that make a picture. Mrs. Glass nods. On the wall are pictures. There's a hunter and a crab and a Big Dipper. It looks like a big spoon. We will see all of them at the show. I can hardly wait. Oh my goodness, that sounds like a really fun field trip. At home, Robert and I put glow-in-the-dark stickers on our t-shirt. Mine was of the Big Dipper, and Robert had the hunter on his. Look at that. They're making shirts for their trip tonight. Oh, and look at here. What's little sister doing? It looks like she's sticking stickers all over the bottom of the table. We spin my mobile and watch the planets orbit the sun. Oh, there's another word. Orbit is a fancy word that means to travel in a circle. Then we pretend to orbit until we get dizzy. Have you ever orbited? It is a bit dizzying. Later, we bake star cookies. Sprinkles make them sparkle. The sun is a star, I tell my sister. It is the closest star, so we can see it during the day. Pretty cool. After dinner, we wait for the babysitter. She is very late. Dad says, don't worry, we have plenty of time. At last, we get in the car. Drip, drip, drip. It is raining. Oh no. What do you think that's going to do to their field trip? The rain comes down harder and harder. Dad drives slower and slower, and it is getting later and later. A policeman comes over. The road is closed, he tells my parents. There's too much water. Oh man, look at how hard that rain is coming down. And there's a police officer. He's telling them the road is closed. You can't get through. What do you think they're going to do? Their field trip is up there. Oh no, there are cars in front of us and there are cars behind us. We are stuck. Oh my goodness, look at that traffic jam. Look at everybody in their cars. They're just kind of waiting, trying to get through. What do you think they could do? The show is starting soon, Robert says. We will not make it. Drip, drip, drip goes the rain. Drip, drip, drip go my tears. Robert and I are so sad. We did not even want any cookies. At last the cars move and the rain stops, but it is too late. The night sky show is over. Oh, sadness. Do you think they can do something else? What do you think that they could do in order to see all those stars? By the time we get home, the sky is full of stars and they are brilliant. Here's another word that she used. That's a fancy word for shiny and bright. Brilliant. I get a brilliant idea. Brilliant also means very smart. We can have our own night show. That is very cool. My parents get my sister. We set up bench chairs. Mom lights candles and Dad put cookies on a tray. We ate al fresco. Remember, that's a fancy word for eating outdoors. And we watch the stars. We see the North Star and we see the Big Dipper. This is kind of a cool thing to do, to go outside at night and look up at the stars. There is a lot out there and it's pretty cool to watch. All at once, something zooms across the sky. It's a shooting star, Dad says. Make a wish. I tell Dad it's not a star, it's a meteor. But I make a wish anyway. The next day, Mrs. Glass says, everyone missed the show because of the storm, so we'll go next week. Everyone was happy, and guess what? My wish came true. Pretty cool. She made a wish out there, and it sounds like her wish was to get to go to the planetarium another time. And it looks like she did. All right. If you guys get a chance, go outside and look at the stars. It's pretty fun. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.